What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. It's where we go back a week and give you all of your tech news from the previous week in one single video, so you don't have to go back and find it. I make it easy for you. And before we jump into the news, I wanted to tell you that I will be headed up to Unpacked, which is in San Francisco. So I'm headed up there today. My flight, I'll arrive around 2 p.m. in San Francisco. And then I'll cover the event for the Samsung Unpacked, get videos on all the new phones and all the new devices that they release, and then I'll be headed back here Wednesday morning back to San Diego where I live. But anyways, this week's tech news was pretty awesome, especially if you're a Samsung fan. We got prices or cost, what it's going to cost to get an S20 phone here in America and other places. We have the Microsoft Duo phone, which is going to be this really cool. You can see my son down there watching videos. The new Microsoft Duo phone, which will be dual screen phone, and so much more, guys. Watch it. Let me know what you think. See you in the next one. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is Samsung's Good Lock 2020 is officially out. I actually released a video, I don't know, 8 hours ago at this point, announcing that. So I'll put the link down below if you want to watch that video, but it is out for Galaxy devices. At least it was for the Note 10. It's probably going to trickle out for the rest of you guys, so just keep that in mind, but it is rolling out at this point. Our next story is all about the Samsung Galaxy S20. Now, as you can see right here, these are just a couple of photos, high-res renders of the Galaxy S20 5G. And just checking some stuff out here. These are super high-res renders, and you can see the back of the camera here. Really high quality, crazy here. Not a ton to see. You know, there's the cameras and then the space zoom 100x, and then you can see the button on the left. Ishan Argarwal points out that where you can see those weird black sides of the camera bump. He said it seems more like aluminum sides rather than stainless steel. To me, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna have a case on it. You probably won't even see it anyway, so whatever. I mean, if you love it or hate it. The other photo just is showing you how high up the buttons are and what the buttons look like and what the lines on the side of the phone look like. So you can see the volume button goes all the way up to that camera button now, which is in line pretty much with the rest of the phones as well that have been released for Galaxy. Next tweet comes from Max Weinbeck. He says, I got some more UK prices, likely more accurate than earlier. And you can see the S20 4G starting off at 799 euros, the 5G version 874, the 4G version of the S20 Plus 999 euros, the 5G version 1074, and then the S20 Ultra 5G, which will only come in 5G, 1149 euros. So the price is not, I mean, they're high obviously, but they're not as crazy as some might have thought they were going to be, at least in Europe. We don't know potentially if you can translate these directly into American dollars in terms of like, oh, it's going to be $799 or $874 for the S20 5G. We don't know yet. It probably will be very similar to what you're seeing right now. I don't think you'll have to factor in much of a translation for that. And again, these are European prices. The other tweet comes from Roland Quan, who says, Samsung Galaxy S20 series pre-orders will include the Galaxy Buds in Europe too. Now, I've already done that story where they're going to be announced in America as well. If you pre-order including until March 8th, so if you pre-order until March 8th, you'll be able to get those free Galaxy Buds Pluses. That's a little bit of new information. That date, March 8th, should also follow through into America as well. So you're probably looking at, you'll be able to, in America, Europe, and wherever else, pre-order until March 8th and still get those free Galaxy Bud Pluses. You'll also receive the new wireless buds for free, which are, he's saying, $170 value in European prices, which seems kind of in line. We've heard $149 here in America. I would expect them to be more like $170. That seems probably correct. More than $150. First devices in hands of customers on March 13th, he's saying, is general availability. In America, we're hearing March 6th, so I'd be kind of surprised if America gets it a week before Europe, but you never know. A week, I guess it's not that bad. March 6th, March 13th, either way. And then one more tweet from Roland Quan says, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip will likely set back Europeans 1,599 euros. Let's get into the news. We've got some stories about the pricing in the USA for the Galaxy S20
S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. Now these come from John Prosser, who has his own YouTube channel, which I will link down below, called Front Page Tech. But I got these from his Twitter page, and in his Twitter, you can see right here, okay, last price update for me, confirmed via source from Samsung, Galaxy S20 US pricing for the S20, $999. For the S20 Plus, it's gonna be $1199. And for the S20 Ultra, it's gonna be $1399. Now the pricing for T-Mobile and Verizon is also going to be exactly the same pricing you're seeing here, the $999, $1199, and $1399. He put out another tweet saying official Galaxy S20 pricing for AT&T, $899, $1099, and $1299, all 5G capable, which ends up being $100 cheaper than the other pricing from the other carriers and from Samsung themselves. Now, one thing we have to keep in mind is that's the base pricing for those phones. So for instance, the S20 Ultra is $1399, but that's for the 128 gigabyte version. If you want the 512, we don't have the exact pricing for it, but I would assume it's gonna be $200 more at $1599, and that I think is the one I want. Man, these phones are super expensive. I mean, they're what I kind of expected, but they're so expensive, it's crazy. So sorry for the lack of my face, but I am in a total rush today to get this news video out, so let's get to it. First story of the day comes from Ishan Agarwal, and you can see Samsung Galaxy S20 series over in India will come with the Exynos 990. So you're not gonna get the Snapdragon version over there for the S20 and at the Exynos 990, which won't be as great, but still, it's a good processor, including the S20 Ultra 5G. So the S20 5G, Ultra 5G will be going to India. You won't have to worry about getting the LTE version. You will get the 5G version. Expecting it to cross 95K, I guess that's rupees. Also, the Galaxy Z Flip will get the Snapdragon 855 Plus. You won't get the Exynos on that. You will get the Snapdragon 855 Plus. So overall, not too bad of a news going to India about the S20 and the Galaxy Z Flip. Next story comes from John Prosser, and he shows off the S20 Ultra phone, and it looks like the S20 Plus, I believe it is, or maybe just the S20. But regardless, you can see these are real life photos. You can see the huge camera popping out from both phones, especially from the S20 Ultra. It's that gray color. The gray color looks cool. It's definitely a color that I would probably gonna end up getting, especially with the limited colors available for the Ultra version. Here's another photo of the S20 Ultra, this time from Ice Universe, and it's a kind of another real life photo. Shows that huge camera pop out. The buttons on the right hand, well, they're on the left hand side in this photo, but they will be on the right hand side. And again, not much to see. The black color, it looks like, could be gray, but it kind of looks like black from this angle. Last couple of stories are from Max Weinbach, and they're all about the Galaxy Buds versus the Galaxy Bud Pluses. And let's take a look at this chart right here. You can see $20 more, it looks like, at least in American dollars. Size-wise, they are exactly the same size-wise, but the Galaxy Buds Plus weigh 0.7 more grams. The capacity for the battery, 85 versus 58 on the older generation. Also, the case is 270 versus 252, so better battery life. Playtime, you can see 11 hours on the earbuds versus 6, and 22 hours on the case versus 13, so huge battery performance increases. Talk time, 7.5 versus 5, and 15 versus 11. Fast charge, this is cool. So now in 3 minutes, you get 60 minutes of playtime versus you used to have to wait 15 minutes just to get 100 minutes playtime on the old buds. Connectivity, you can now connect to multi-devices at a time with these earbuds. Last earbuds, you can only do one device at a time. The speakers have been improved as well. Two-way dynamic versus one-way dynamic, so now you're gonna get woofers and tweeters. Microphones are improved as well, so when you're talking on the phone, you're going to have two outer microphones and an inner microphone as well. The noise isolation and ambient aware are both the same. Touchpads are going to now have play, pause, skip volume, and Spotify, which I will get into that in a second, the Spotify. Water resistance stays the same. Compatible app is now on Android and iOS. Compatible devices is still the same. And the colors are now black, white, red, and blue. And then a little bit more information from Max Weinbach on these. So now there's gonna be a gaming mode. So now you have lower latency when you use these earbuds, meaning that when sometimes maybe you played a game or watched a video, it didn't match up, the voices didn't match up with what you were seeing on the screen, that should be multi-improved with these buds. Also, there'll be a front light on the case itself, showing the battery percentage, which I believe they already had this, but it'll be red, yellow, and green. And then lastly, Spotify integration on the earbuds themselves. So we want to go directly into Spotify. You now can, as long as you have the Spotify app or subscribe to Spotify and all of that. Let's get into the tech news. First story is about the Samsung Galaxy Home Mini. This is their smart AI speaker, and this is going to compete with Google's speaker and Apple's smart speaker and Amazon's smart speaker. And anyways, it looks like the latest rumors coming out about this is it's going to cost about $83, and it could potentially launch on this Friday, February 7th. Highly doubt that, actually, but you never know. So it sounds like it's going to launch between February 7th and February 12th, at least in Korea, but I would assume if they can do it in Korea, probably do it the rest of the world. So be prepared if you're looking to buy this sometime between February 7th and February 12th for about $83. This next tweet comes from the official Android Twitter account. It says, something exciting is just around the corner. See you at Unpacked. And they tagged Samsung in the tweet, and they have a little animation where it shows the Galaxy Unpacked logo with Android right inside. I'm not sure what this could mean. This could mean something new software-wise that we're not previously getting. It could mean nothing. I think it means something. I think we're getting something somewhat exclusive or new to the Galaxy phones from Android, some kind of software thing. What do you guys think it is? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, I forgot to mention this the other day, 2 days ago, I think at this point. I received the February update for my Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I have the unlocked version. They pushed out the February update, 211 megs. This is a security update. Your device has been improved. It says software updates can include, but not limited to, device stability, improvements, and bug fixes, new and enhanced features. So check for your updates if you haven't gotten this yet and see if you got it. Again, I have the unlocked version of the Note 10 Plus. The next few tweets, very exciting stuff about the Galaxy Bud Pluses, comes from Max Weinbach. The first one just shows that you'll be able to touch on the touchpad, kind of like you did in the past. The other one is very, very cool. As you can see, so it seems the Galaxy Bud Plus will have two different touchpads. One will be on the side, which is the one I'm showing you right now, and the other will be the button, which that was the one I showed you previously. The side button will be a labs feature. Basically, it's not enabled by default, but it's there if you want to test it for your buds. So if you turn on the labs feature, which is basically experimental feature, in the app, it will allow you to do things with that button, such as, to get this is pretty cool. It says tapping on the sides will let you control the volume. So tapping left will go down and right will go up. That's it. That's all it can be used for. You can also turn up the ambient sound to be extra high on these earbuds, so you can basically use them as a fake hearing aid. I love that feature, being able to turn up ambient sound even more. But ambient sound is going to be the outside noise, so that it amplifies the sound in your ear. So if you're hard of hearing, this might potentially be a somewhat replacement for a hearing aid at only, what, $150? Hearing aids are like $2,000 or something like that. Very expensive. The gaming mode will minimize audio delay for vivid synchronized gaming sound. It also tells you to get the best experience, keep your earbuds near your phones. The gaming mode, which is going to lower latency and all that, then you'll definitely want to have that then closer to the phone or the device they're connected to, more so than normal. His last tweet says the noise isolation is so good that they let you enable ambient mode while you're on a call, so you can hear yourself speaking. You can't change it while you're on the call though, so that's kind of cool. Let's get into the tech news. We have a lot of information to come out today, so let's jump into it. The first story of the day comes from one of my viewers, one of my fans that you could see, tagged me in a Twitter post. Thank you so much. And this is really cool. He's not the one that actually captured the photo, but the person that did is named Israel Rodriguez. He said, "Hey, not sure if this is interesting, but I just saw a guy in Vancouver's SkyTrain playing around with the Surface Duo. Got photos and videos." Now, I only saw one photo that he posted, and this thing is cool. Remember, this is going to be the dual screen. That's right, 2 screens attached to one device from Microsoft, and it's going to run Android. And this is what I'm excited about for foldable options for devices, because it's literally 2 displays stuck together that you can open, close, use like that. I'm very, very excited about this, and it's pretty amazing that if this is not a doctored photo at all, and it's a real photo, this is very exciting because this is supposed to come out, I believe, at the end of this year. Next up is a tweet from Ishan Agarwal saying the first Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G official poster. Both shades look pretty good. Also, the Galaxy Z Flip, both are going to be pretty expensive phones though. Which one would you get? Let's take a closer look at the S20 Ultra 5G. And this, again, should be the official poster that you see when things go out, and it's impressive. It looks sexy, it looks modern, it looks like something I would want to buy and I will buy. Also, you see the Galaxy Z Flip. This, again, should also be, I guess, an official poster as well. And this phone will be able to sit up, straighten out, whatever angle we really want. Not any angle, but pretty much, if you can use it in multi-angles, and that's kind of exciting without having to put a special, something on the back to make it stand up. This will do it automatically with the new Galaxy Z Flip. Next story comes from Evan Blass, who put a little tweet up showing that March 6, 2020 is when Galaxy S20 devices will be in hand. And again, that's about almost not a month. It's about 3-4 weeks, I guess, after the announcement of the Galaxy S20, which will be on February 11th. Other little tidbit below that is Apple's going to announce their iPhone SE2, which is their small or smaller, it was in the past, little iPhone with really good specs, fairly modern specs. So if you're looking for that phone, that'll be announced in mid-March. Next up, there was an update for the Galaxy wearable app. I actually got mine this morning when I woke up. And you can see the top one, Galaxy Buds / Galaxy Buds Plus. So it doesn't look like Samsung's hiding this at all in terms of that there's going to be a Galaxy Bud Plus headphone improvement, replacement, whatever you want to call it. And then the story after that, you can see from Roland Quand, he already has these in hand. Galaxy Bud Pluses in hand. It makes me actually want to go check my local Best Buy to see if they have these in hand as well. And you can see the front of the box, Galaxy Buds Pluses. They look so similar. What I think is going to happen, just looking at this box, I don't think they're going to sell the Galaxy Buds anymore. I think they'll just have the Galaxy Bud Pluses. I think they'll let themselves run out of the inventory for Galaxy Buds, but the Buds Pluses will replace them because it's just so similar in design, in box design, and the overall design of the items themselves. The other photo he posted is the back of this, and it just gives you a breakdown. You can see 11 hours playtime, 2-way speakers for rich sound, triple mics for clear voice calls, and Qi compatible wireless charging. And then you can also read the package contents, which it comes with 2 earbuds, obviously, a charging case, 3 sets of wingtips, earbud tips, USB-C cable, quick start guide, use with a smartphone and tablet. So it says what it's compatible with, and it doesn't say anything about iPhone, unfortunately, on here, and that was one of the rumors. So hopefully that there's still an app that will pop out for it. And then lastly, another story from Roland Quand, his little tidbit. He said, Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, both 4G and 5G models, will ship with the 25-watt fast charger. And the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G ships with the 45-watt fast charger. Also, all models come with AKG, USB-tuned, Type-C wired headphones in the box. So they're really adding even more separation in terms of even the accessories that come inside the box for the ultra version versus the Plus and the regular version, because you'll get that 45-watt charger. You'll also obviously get better cameras as well, and more RAM if you need the RAM, because it should come up with 16 gigs of RAM versus the other one's only getting 12. There is another story though, if you are about the LTE versions actually, that I'll mention real quick, and that is that the S20 4G version will probably come with only 8 gigs of RAM. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Galaxy Watch, you know, the official successor to the Galaxy Watch. We've had the Galaxy Watch Active 1 and 2 come out, and the Galaxy Watch has come out at least almost a year ago at this point, and the Galaxy Watch Galaxy Watch 2 is going to be coming out soon as well. Now, it's not going to come out with the release of the Galaxy S20 line of phones, but we have some information on it nonetheless. Now, this information comes from Sam Mobile saying new Galaxy smartwatch has stainless steel version and 3 colors. In the same article, they go on to mention that the colors will be black, silver, and gold. And also it'll come in LTE and Wi-Fi variants. And the battery on the smaller version of the watch will most likely be 330 milliamps, which is much larger than anything they've released previously for any of their watches. And the last story of the day, kind of a slow news day, is all about the Galaxy Z Flip, which is going to be Samsung's foldable phone. And this comes from Max Weinbeck, who goes on to say that he has confirmation that at least one of the US carriers will have the Z Flip in stock at corporate stores. The 14th is the date, so February 14th, they are supposed to start sales on them. Now remember, this is probably going to be AT&T. That's what the rumors have been going on, is that AT&T will be the carrier that has the Z Flip. So you're looking at February 14th, that's literally next week, and that's this coming Friday. So 6 days from now, you should be able to pick up your Z Flip if you're trying to buy it. Should be about $1,400 to $1,500. Keep that in mind. Now, I wanted to show some photos too. It's gonna have a crease in it like the Galaxy Fold did as well. As you can see smack dab in the middle there, there is a crease. I'm also gonna link a video down below that you can watch from YouTube of someone using this phone in hand for about 15 seconds. But this is a screenshot from that showing the crease. And then also Engadget got some screenshots sent to them as well. And this shows the crease on that, smack dab in the middle. So, I mean, you'll be able to see it, and obviously you can use it. So it's just something to keep in mind that there will be a crease on this, and it is fairly visible. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the iPhone 9 pricing. Now, this will be the successor to the iPhone SE, and it looks like the iPhone 9 is gonna cost $399, have a 4.7-inch display, and 64 gigs of storage, and the newest A13 processor. Now, if you don't remember what the iPhone SE is the it was the super small iPhone. It was like the same size as like the iPhone 5. This will be 4.7 inches, like I said, so it'll be a little bit smaller than some of their other phones right now, but it's gonna have really good specs for a really, really good price, and it should be out around March, possibly. Next up, Max Weinbeck posted a Galaxy Home Mini video, a couple clips, and some more information about this. Remember, this is going to be Samsung's smart speaker to compete with Google Home, to compete with Apple smart speaker and Amazon smart speaker. So let's check out a quick little video.
Hi there, I'm Bixby. Start off by opening the SmartThings app on your phone.
Some other quick tidbits is he said his source tested it, and you can make it say literally anything you want. It also has multi-room and stereo modes, and will send you notifications. Looks great all around. This is a screenshot here showing off that information, meaning you can listen to music in stereo or listen in multi-rooms at the same time. All of your Galaxy Home Mini speakers need to be added to the same location in SmartThings and connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Google already has that. So does Amazon as well. So those aren't new features, but it's good that Galaxy does have it. You can see notifications, select the notifications you want to receive from SmartThings, such as emergencies and appliances and sensors. He also said that the Galaxy Home Mini only has 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, no 5 gigahertz. probably not a huge deal, but I am kind of surprised it doesn't have the 5 gigahertz. Next up, if you want to check out the Samsung Galaxy S20 line of phones the same day it comes out, you potentially can at one of their Samsung experience stores around the country. There's not hundreds of these stores going around. There's like a handful of stores, and some of these RSVP viewing parties they're going to have are already filled up, like I know the Los Angeles one is. But regardless, I'll link it down below. Check your city. Here's a real life photo of the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. It's going to be the 6.7 inch variant of this, and small bezels, you know, same thing you'd expect. Small bezels, camera at the top that looks pretty small. And then lastly, this, I'm not going to show the hands-on video because it's on YouTube, but the link is down below if you want to watch the whole thing. It is so cool. This is the Microsoft Surface Duo. It will run Android, and it's that dual screen phone that you can fold in half and, you know, use as a traditional phone when it's closed up, or open it up and have 2 displays. Thing is awesome. I'm super excited about this. This will be out at the end of the year. If you do watch the video, you'll notice the software is a little buggy in terms of performance. It's not super smooth, which is, again, it's probably just buggy software that needs to be updated. But other than that, very interesting device. Anyways, guys, there you go. That is your news for today. My question out to you guys is, are you gonna watch the live showing of the Galaxy S20 line of phones on February 11th? Remember, I will be there, so I should have a video out that day or the next day, probably that day. But we'll see. Anyways, let me know what you guys are gonna do, if you're gonna watch it or not, in the comments down below, and what you're excited for. We'll see you down the road.